Salve, salve moçada, sejam muito bem-vindos de volta. Eu sou o Show dos Pampas e a gente vai continuar a missão do Reinado do Aço, Steel Rain. A gente vai fazer agora a missão do O Catalisador, que provavelmente é a continuação da parte do Dr. Black, alguma coisa que eu já esqueci o nome do cara. Vamos lá. Não, Blackburn.
With everything you've done, you're lucky I'm only threatening you right now.
Please, this argument is getting us nowhere.
Initiate, you've come at the right time. We've been talking to Dr. Blackburn and going over Scribe Valdez's report on what you found in Vault 96.
This smug monster is bragging about torture and unleashing horrors on the world. And Romani is treating him with kid gloves.
I am not bragging. I have done what's necessary. We'll learn that soon enough. Colleagues will see that our creation, a vast improvement on the FEV, is distributed.
Do you see the arrogance, the self-justification? We should end him and be done with it. If all he had done was create more super mutants, I would agree. The Scribe's report just adds more to the list.
It's not that simple. Preventing Dr. Blackburn's associates from horror any further must be our priority. And we may need the Doctor to convince them.
My colleagues have a facility better suited to final testing and mass production of the virus. As we speak, they are preparing for its release into the air of Appalachia. Once dispersed, it will enter the precipitation cycle and ground, and then it cannot be stopped.
No! It could spread for hundreds, maybe thousands of miles!
My colleagues have a laboratory hidden beneath the headquarters of my former employer, West Tech. We intend to correct the FEV's mistakes at their birthplace. Poetically appropriate, would you not agree?
Maluco.
Yes. If the Doctor's associates are preparing to distribute the virus, we have to put our emotions aside here and get to them before they can. Blackburn's movement, whatever its form, can wait. Appalachia is safe. Head to West Tech. Find and secure the entrance to this lab, and we'll follow.
I don't like Romani. We should be done with him here and now and level this laboratory. This is just like what Elder faced at Mariposa. Forgotten.
Elder came to regret acting rashly there. Or have you forgotten?
If they've already producing the virus, blowing up the place helps spread it. We'll need to be a bit more than that.
Very well. If Blackburn is coming with us, I'm watching him. Perhaps he can provide against his fellow lunatics.
If I can prevent further loss of life.
Then it's decided. Initiate for West Tech. We've no time to lose.
Cadê o cara? Vem cá, cachorrinho. Eita, nós. Caralho, qual que é aquele robô dos caras aqui de armadura? Pra baixo, aqui, talvez. Chatão, hein? Vem cá. Caralho, quanto, velho? Nossa, não lembro que tinha tantos aqui. Será que é por aqui? Olha aqui os caras de novo. Lobo com super mutante. Eu acho que essa parte já tinha antes, duvidar, hein? Eu que tô viajando. Será que vai estar cheio de super mutante aqui também? Não faria tanto sentido, né? Porque se tem cientistas aqui trabalhando. Cara, nível 100, velho. Porra, mas que tantos super mutantes os caras tem que ter, velho. É os dois de Power Armor. Cara, a estrutura dos caras aqui. Produziu o vírus. Force the Human Evolution Virus. Vou falar contigo, tô muito otário.
Everything under control, Initiate. Let's not get overconfident.
The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the super mutants above.
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish.
Okay.
I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter.
Psicopata total.
Dr. Farhar is nominally the head of their group, Headstrong, an old university colleague. Dr. Jane was a junior scientist at Westtech, brilliant but easily led. He shared my disgust at the Huntersville mistake. Nellie Wright, on the other hand, is Dr. Farhar's pet project, an adoptee of sorts. Very talented, despite her lack of formal schooling.
Ah, Huntersville, tá, é a outra base.
Paranoia ill suits you. I have complied with your every demand.
And that is precisely what is so concerning.
Certainly.
De fato.
Move out. Eyes open.
Tá, um de cada vez na porta. Calma. Vai ter pão de queijo pra todo mundo. Calma. Ai, cara. Esses bugs de Fallout. Ah, essa porra tá fazendo barulho, ó. Tá ligado essa merda. Eita, nós, hein. Olha. Olha a estrutura dos caras pra produzir vírus.
Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farha. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secure. You can't get to us. We will finish our work.
Deixa eu só terminar a mensagem do bomba nuclear aí que tá atrapalhando a legenda.
This isn't the Huntersville strain. Dr. Blackburn has purified the virus considerable.
Made one out of something horrible. We're helping people this time. Well, no, not as such, but...
Of course we have.
Ah, então.
Experimentation has identified the key flaws in the original strain. Iterative testing has pinpointed the defective genetic sequences, and we've corrected them in each case.
We've run the models and compared to prior experimental data.
We're confident in the formulation.
You know what they say?
Sim.
Human testing is the best testing. A large-scale release will provide a representative sample. Science needs vision, like Dr. Blackburn's, like ours. Let's not let testing hold us back.
Well, sure, it might
Então.
seem hasty, but...
Don't be such a pushover, Janie.
No, wait. I've also had my doubts. Perhaps we should discuss this after all.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go or we will...
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties. Explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan
Ai, que
in
filho da
motion,
puta.
and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true?
Edgar,
You will have to forgive Dr. Farha. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them. Perhaps in the end, I am more willing to sacrifice the lives of strangers than friends and colleagues. I do not wish them to be harmed. My hypocrisy in this is only human. Trust me or trust me not. The truth remains the truth.
Da puta, velho.
Then you are free to enjoy the view as my colleagues distribute our creation among the populace.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, please permit me inside as a sign of good faith from the Brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave,
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
Bom, se nós tivesse matado o cara, não íamos ter como saber que ele tinha matado um código, né?
now that that is over with, Nelly, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
I am sorry, but this must happen. You will see, and then there will be no more debate.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter. I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
Now is not the time. We need to find a way in quickly. There's no time to waste.
E aí, cadê o cara? Desça pelo alçapão. Cadê o alçapão? Ah, aqui. Bora lá então.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Code section.
Initiating. Please,
Filho da puta.
all of you, this
Ah,
isn't
vai
right.
virar um...
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
Sabia, velho. O bicho virou um monstrengo gigante, velho. Filho da puta. Morre, desgrama. Não é mais rápido. Coisa feia. Pois eu limpo. Óculos.
This proves more than anything the need for our justice.
Edgar, I should have known. I weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work, a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. With the virus, I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can.
Fazer.
I must admit that I am powerful. If our cooperation can sway you to avoid more violence, then I will let you through. The way is open.
Justo.
We await your judgment.
They've stopped production. This whole sob story sounds like a trap.
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give a broken world. We truly hope to give humans a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. Failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do. Please, spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
May interrupt. I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
E agora? Criação de montante sanguinário gigante pra mim.
Well put. The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Gone. We know nothing about the others. And of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can.
Still about used to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor. This is exactly why we can't let them go. Oh, they have either.
Justo.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You, the angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please, stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your Brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I have no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter.
Scribe Valdez was appalled to find out that people were being turned into super mutants. You really like to burden her with supervising the sociopaths who were behind it?
Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. As Dr. Jane said, there is more to our story, if you'd be willing to hear it. Let's pause and open the floor for conversation, shall we?
Make it quick, Initiate. Shouldn't take long to see through their lies.
Carai. Fala com esse cara aqui primeiro.
Reconsider. This was never meant to come to violence. I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was in charge of procurement. He told us they were... But by then... Please understand, we were so close. It could have ended any day.
No.
Everything we did was for the greater good. We must carry forward what we learned, or all that sacrifice will have been for nothing. Dr. Farha may disagree, but I'd like to finish the FEV formula. We can implement new safety measures. Animal experiments only. Thorough waste disposal. We were so close to improving the human race as we know it. The world has changed, my friend. How are we to survive if we don't change with it?
Que abordagem perigosa.
They are good people. Dr. Farah is quite strict, but it's because she cares. About Nellie particularly. The girl is nice, but you can't fault her for it. We're all born differently into this world. And about Dr. Blackburn, well, the world has lost a visionary intellect. It's a shame. A tragedy.
Mas ele que matava as pessoas, então tu concorda com isso, né, Paulo?
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision? We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say, a formula to increase muscle bulk, or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the...
Droga, minha filha.
It went too far. And quite frankly, I regret bringing the others onto this project. By the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, Ellie and Dr. Jane had already become passionate about the project. I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed, in the hopes that my objections could save even one innocent person from being experimented on.
Fiquei surpresa saber que você não queria fazer experimentos. Você não tinha mencionado isso.
There was no one interested in listening. I had to talk your superiors down first. The Brotherhood are a passionate sort, aren't they? Dr. Blackburn and Dr. Jane were my college associates. They didn't know each other at the time. I met Nellie when she broke through my window to search for scraps, as wasteland survivors do. She was more interested in my research notes than my leftovers. So... I'm responsible.
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Add victory. Hand over your arms." Is that true? Oh, wow. That's scary. You really made my heart skip a beat. I don't have any arms. Well, unless you mean human arms, because I've got 2 of those, but they're mine. I can't have them. wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. I can make it work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do this. Let us change the world. Janie and Farah? Well, I don't think anybody liked me before Farah, so I'm glad we're together. Janie worries too much. He's always asking, are we doing the right thing? Is this gonna work? You don't know until you try. Edgar was the most fun of all. Too bad he miscalculated. What about them? Is that any worse than being human? As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless, right? To improve the human race. If I was kidnapped for our experiments, I wouldn't mind. Most kidnappers do much worse.
Meu Deus.
Oh, are you a licensed medical professional? Even if you are, it's pretty rude to make sudden, unwarranted diagnoses of people you just met. Okay, I guess.
Caralho.
Those who commit crimes against humanity must be punished. It wouldn't be right to
Agree.
let them run free. Not to the people they killed, and not to the people they could kill in the future. The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia, and of the work. That is none of your concern.
How long do you intend to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened? You're torturing yourself, Shin, and they deserve to know.
Maybe so. But this is neither the time nor the place for this discussion.
Shin, you owe it to yourself to admit that you made a mistake. Stop crumbling under the guilt and just accept it.
For those I failed then, and those I failed since, for them, I have to do better. The raiders on the expedition route, Ramani decided we would stay and fight them. But giving the order to distribute the weapons to the settlers there, it was my idea. I wanted to give them a chance. But I got them killed instead. The outcome is more important than the intent. What I learned from that mistake was not to let my feelings blind me. Some things are a lost cause. Some chances are too dangerous to take. As much as we may want to believe otherwise.
É, por lado ele não tá errado.
There's nothing to get over. I acknowledge that I've made poor decisions then and now. That's why I'm making a better decision today. You have to see that keeping these criminals would be misguided and reckless. I don't see what other option there is. Stated before, they're too dangerous to hold prisoner, so we either ignore the danger or eradicate it. It hasn't been a matter of if for some time now, only a matter of when. I'm fully prepared to uphold the integrity of the Brotherhood in whatever way Ramani makes necessary.
Eita.
Whether I'm being dogmatic or not is irrelevant. My goal is to find a solution to a threat, and I don't see you offering any other suggestions. This is bigger
Ah,
than
começa a
all of
debate
us.
política agora.
I hope you understand.
We need to come to an agreement. I won't stand for impulsive violence. Methods were cruel and wrong, but no one is beyond forgiveness. What matters is what they do from today onward. Let's get a chance to make things right. then we must stand up for what we believe. We will not allow Shin to create a hateful brotherhood which passes judgment as it sees fit. This is human life we're talking about. Having enough
tem que fizeram isso. Então, moçada, eu sou o Chihuahua do futuro, o Chihuahua da edição. E quando eu cheguei nesse ponto no vídeo, que eu fui perceber que a minha gravação cortou nesse ponto. Então o restante da missão, que basicamente é a escolha entre o destino do Cavaleiro Shin ou da Paladina, eu perdi e perdi todas as consequências da minha gravação, não vão estar aqui nesse vídeo. Mas eu resolvi postar igual porque tem toda a parte das escolhas que eu fiz antes, né? Então achei pelo menos salvar essa parte e postar pra vocês, beleza? Deixe aí no comentário qual foi a escolha do caminho que você fez, se é que você fez aí, e qual que foi a consequência que você teve, né? O qual talvez seria o caminho que você escolheu, o Cavaleiro Shin ou da Paladina, pra gente ver se fechou. Eu fiz a escolha da Paladina, então tive alguma série de consequências diferentes. Beleza, moçada? Pra mais vídeos aí no canal, deixa o seu like, fortalece a palavra, espalha pros seus amigos. Eu sou o Chihuahua dos Pampas, eu ficando por aqui. Valeu, falou!